As a school administrator, how do I create a job request in the Tagg platform? First, you need to log in and you'll land on your calendar page where you can see your confirmed pending and leave jobs for the current month. In order to start a job request, you need to click the Start Request button in the top right. Once on the job request form page, if you're a school administrator, this will already have your school selected, so you can simply go over here and either type your teacher to fill it in, and then you'll need to select your teacher. This will auto-populate their subject, the pay rate, and the job description, which you can always change should you need to. On the right hand side, you'll have a calendar. This is a miniature version of the calendar for this particular teacher or staff that's selected. As you can see, we already have pending jobs on some of these days, so you can't select those. We can go to a day. Let's pick maybe March 7th and March 8th here. We've selected these days and they'll shade gray. You can always deselect them by clicking a third time. And if you need to click a range, click the first day, click the last day, and it'll select these all for you. Now, you need to make sure we set the AM and PM for the school time for the job. This is going to auto-populate from your school's profile, but we need to make sure these are okay. Now it tells us these are full day jobs. You can also switch these to half day jobs. Let's just pick 11:30 to show you here. We need to switch this to AM now, and you can see this is half day. Take note here that for the sub pay rate, you're going to want to leave the full daily pay rate. The system's going to automatically calculate the half pay for you. There's nothing you need to do there. So let's go ahead and set this back to the proper days here. There we go. Now, if you have the paid leave or absence tracking feature, you can actually go in here and select this. Let's pick or ramen coma. And there's no PTO associated with this. There's leave hours associated with this based on your number of hours per day, and we can tell if it's PTO or not. If you do not have absence tracking, this simply won't show up for you. We're going to go ahead and remove this for this request. And then once you have everything here, go ahead and click Next. Once you've clicked Next, you land on the subs list page. On this page, this is going to show all of the subs that are available for the request criteria you selected. These subs in particular happen to be employed subs with your school, so if you have the employed sub management, you'll see that there's no Tagg logo here. If you have the contractor or Tagg platform model, there'll be a little Tagg emblem here for any of the subs that are contractors. This is a setting. Once you're enabled on the platform and have discussed it with your sales team, you'll have the appropriate setting configured for your system, but it is something that you could potentially change if you want a given school to only only be able to submit requests for contracting subs, or if you only want them to be employed, or a combination of the two. So that'll be indicated here. If you want a sub to be selected to receive the request before any of the other substitutes, you just need to simply select them here, and this green bar, the selected item, will indicate they're going to receive the request before the rest of the subs do. Then once you have the list at however you like it, we're going to go ahead and click Review Request. Once you move on to the Request Review page, you should take a moment here just to pause and make sure all the settings and the dates and times are correct, because you can go back and edit it if they're not. So here we need to make sure the school's correct, the teacher's correct, the subject, pay rate, job description, the type of request, whether you had a single sub or a multi-sub request. You want to make sure that I have the appropriate dates, the times, the leave. If everything looks okay, we're going to click Submit. If something doesn't look okay, you can click Edit and you'll be able to start the process over, so that way you can make sure you get the correct data. Now, we're going to say everything looks good, and we're going to click Submit. Okay, we can see our job was created successfully, and let's navigate on our calendar just to make sure here. The 7th through the 10th, let's click here, view our jobs. There it is. And then, oh, look at that. We have all 4 days pending, and we can see the dates and times, the teacher, the status, the description, everything's here. And that's how you create a request as a school administrator.